All right. I think we're back, and I think we're live. Good, 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 good. All right, I want to make sure I have everything. So think I have my chat back up. Let me just... Yes, perfect. Yes, perfect. All right. All right. So we're going to go back to Elden Ring for the time being. So a couple of disclaimers. So I went ahead and kind of changed things up a little bit. Basically got back to where I'm pretty sure that we got last time, which is good. But I needed to kind of make some changes to the build. So that is what I did. So we're going to go ahead and continue with our 100%, kind of going through Elden Ring in the lands between. Oh, and look who's decided to make an appearance. Say hi to Miso, everybody. Say hi, Miso. Say hi. Well, you're grabbing the mic. You want to say something. Say hi. Okay. Not that interested. She's usually very talkative, but I guess when she has the camera on her, no such luck. All right. So, something I did on this one, got back to roughly the same level that we were on the original, and dedicated cat stream whenever she cooperates, although I'm sure she'll be coming back up here. So I think there might be some overlap with what I did before, but one of the reasons that I restarted this, and I'm glad that I started early, is because I realized that I think, and I'm not sure if this is strictly true, but I think that by going up to Caelid and doing some of the stuff there, I accidentally locked myself out of a few things. And the reason I think that is because there was something really strange, like when I went up to the Stormhill Shack and wanted to talk to Roderica to get her to go, or to get her kind of questline started, she wasn't there. So that's not huge, but I mean, I want to make sure that we're doing everything, so that's what we're going to do. So yeah, I went back, fought Darrowil at the Everjail, so we got that. I think we did this one. So, like I said, there might be a little bit of overlap, but not too much, because we didn't spend too much time in West Limgrave last time we were here. I'm liking this weapon too, and I think, hilariously, so when I usually play, or when I played when it first came out, I would always go dexterity build with the Uchigatana. But I didn't realize that so many people played with the Bloodhound Fang, which is the weapon that I'm using right now. So I think that's pretty cool, and I'm going to stick with it until I find something else. I think probably what I'll do is I'll just kind of see what I find and what I get, and then I made my stat spread pretty varied, so we're not running into any kind of limitations there, so that'll be good too. Whoa, whoa. What? Not what I wanted. Kind of worked out, though. There we go. That worked out. Okay. So usually, when I complete a game, or when I say I complete a game, what I mean is that I've platinumed it, and I'm playing on my PC this time. So I do have all the trophies on Steam, but the nice thing about Elden Ring is that it's one of those rare games that makes me want to play it even after I've gotten the Platinum Trophy, which is why I'm doing this kind of 100% walkthrough. But also because I'm very interested in the religious implications of the story when I played it this time. Particularly when we get to the Lands of Shadow, or the Shadow Realm, and get into some of the like Mesmer and Mikola stuff. I'm just really interested, so I wanted to kind of refresh myself on the different religions that are going on in the base game, because there's a lot of stuff happening in this base game that I find really interesting. If you can see the curtain moving, that's not a ghost, that's my cat, so at least I think. Might be a ghost. Okay. Oh, here she is. She's gonna make her way into the stream one way or another. And unfortunately, she's very interested in two things: thumbtacks and my keyboard. So she tries to eat thumbtacks that are on the wall, and she also... You want to say something? You keep grabbing the microphone. Hello? Okay. We'll just do that. All right, some decorum, please, madam. Thank you. Oh. Okay. Okay. Very fun. Thank you, Elden Ring. All right. We'll go to the one that's right over here, too. Take care of that guy who just got in my way. So I think the way I'm going to do this, I'm doing it a little bit out of order. I'm using the Platinum Trophy guide, and I'm only doing it a little bit out of order because I started the last run kind of out of order. So I was just kind of catching up on this one to make sure that everything was running smoothly. But we are literally going to be doing it kind of region by region, so no hopping to Caleb this time, because I really want to make sure that I'm seeing everything that the game has to offer. And again, I feel like I probably have, I think, in different playthroughs, kind of seen everything, but there's certain quest lines that I mean, if I don't remember them, I feel like it's a distinction without a difference, so I kind of want to have it on stream for posterity's sake, and also just to have some fun with it. Funny thing about these FromSoft games is that they can be kind of lonely. They can be kind of meditative and solemn, because often there's not like a ton of music going on and not a lot of like cutscenes. So compared to some other video games, it's a lot of me talking, but that's fine because that's what I like to do. Beastman of Faramazula. So this guy just becomes a normal enemy, I'm pretty sure, in Faramazula. Keeping in the classic tradition. Woo! Oh, man. Yeah, so earlier today, I was playing the Archthrones mod, and that was a lot of fun. And then I had an appointment, which was also pretty nice. You know, I wouldn't call it fun. Appointments are rarely fun, but it was nice. And then I took a lovely nap, went to the post office, and here we are. So that's the exciting breakneck pace that I live my life. Fun Friday evening. Alright, so we're going to do the Limgrave Tunnels. And I think I already got the Somber Smithing Stone from... There's a corpse, if you can believe it. There's a corpse just kind of sitting, and I got the Somber Smithing Stone from him. I think there's another one in here, but I'm not sure if it's like a level 1 or if it's higher. So if it's higher, we could keep upgrading the weapon. Oh, it's Golden Rune. Alright, that's nice though. I also was lucky and got this shield, this brass shield from one of the soldiers patrolling the camp, which is really nice. Alright, so for my sake, I think, because I hate that recoil, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the flail, because I'm pretty sure this breaks through defenses. Right? Yes. It's much nicer. But I'm over encumbered. Alright. We'll take that off for now. Put that back when we get to the boss. Actually, I think I have enough smithing stones. I'm going to level up the flail too. It's a nice thing. Okay. So I'm going to be using the Forlorn Hound weapon, but it's nice to have the flail because there's a bunch of enemies in this game that have, like, particularly strong... I don't know what you would call... I mean, defenses, obviously, but there's, like, a barrier that you have to break before you can really do any damage to them, like the Crystallian enemies, those miners in the cave. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make a quick trip back here and level up the flail. I never used the flail either before that playthrough that we were doing the other day, and I really enjoy it. It is a fun weapon. Okay. Good. Now I feel prepared. I feel safe. I feel very secure with this medieval weapon that I'm flailing around. There we go. Beautiful. So I'm very much of the opinion that with any From Software game, but particularly Elden Ring, because I think that they had an eye for this when they were designing it, you can play the game however you want. And the way that I like to play these games is I, like in any RPG, like to feel intensely powerful. So I am always looking for the way to basically strengthen myself as soon as possible. And I know that some people get enjoyment out of like the difficulty of depriving themselves and not using all of the items that are available to them. I get why. Like, I like Nuzlockes, right? There's certain ways that I play video games that I understand the itch that that's scratching. But in these, I don't really like to do that. And it's not because I don't like challenge, but it's because my challenge is kind of figuring out how I can become as overpowered as possible. This is why, like, I spend a lot of time trying to get to max level in them, right? Like, on my PS5, I have a character who's max level, just so that there's no barrier of entry with any of the weapons or the spells or anything, and I can kind of test anything that I like. So that's what I like to do. And maybe you're like me. Maybe you like to do that too. I like to... there's plenty of games out there that are difficult and don't let you augment your way through it. And I'm not as big a fan of those, so... I want to make sure... Let me make sure that the stream is updated, because I'm still seeing Archthrones, and I don't want that to be on there. Archthrones. Okay, no, it says Elden Ring. Cool. Good, 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 good. Alright. Back to this, then. Oh. Oh, whoops. Wrong way. I could have sworn that there was a, like some smithing material in here, but maybe I'm just thinking of the many smithing things that have already dropped. Oh, I also changed my face, so I'm Guts now. Hell yeah. Leave the helmet off for a little bit. Enjoy. Yeah. I keep... It would help if I actually play the game. I'm just enjoying the face, okay? I'm enjoying the face that I made. In this homage to Miura. All right. So here's what I figure I'll do while I'm doing this, because, you know, there's some downtime while we're kind of running through all the bosses and stuff. So I am a big fan of that Netflix show You, and I'm a big fan of it because I am a big fan of the books written by Carolyn Kepnes. So my wife Maddie got me into the first one, because the guy who narrates it is so good in the audiobook. And that's kind of how I got into it. And so she and I... Oh, there it is. She and I listened to that book years and years before it came out on Netflix. And we were really excited when the Netflix adaptation happened. And recently, Carolyn Kepnes came out with the 4th book. And here's what I really like about those books. And the show kind of does this to a degree, but not as much as the books. The books are walking a very fine line with them being about, like, a serial stalker and murderer, right? And it's from his perspective, so you can't help but kind of identify with him a little bit, which is spooky. And that's kind of the point of the book. It's a horror series, right? And what I love about the books is that as they've progressed, and there's been 4 of them now, which is pretty impressive, that the shtick and the gimmick isn't like past its prime. Uh, it's really a story about like how we engage with stories and media, and how the reason that this guy, Joe Goldberg, in the books is a scary figure, not so much because he's a murderer and a stalker. That's certainly the reason in the first book, right? But as things progress, it basically becomes evident that the reason this guy is so scary is because he can't distinguish reality from fiction, but in the sense that not like he's crazy and like the lines are blurred, but because he literally thinks that everything is a book. And the interesting thing about that is that he's right, right? Because in his universe, it is a book. Like, we're literally reading a story. So the latest book, For You and Only You, does some really cool meta commentary on that, and ends in a way that I find really refreshing. And I was comparing it to like The Nightmare Before Christmas, The Nightmare on Elm Street, or Friday the 13th, where like Joe Goldberg to me is no different than Freddy Krueger or like a Jason Voorhees. He's like a slasher, right? He's got his own nuance, but that's really kind of what it boils down to. And instead of being kind of like blasé when Freddy Krueger comes back and you're in for another Freddy adventure, whenever Joe Goldberg comes back in the books or for another book, it's kind of like, okay, how has this guy how have the events of the previous story led to this guy rationalizing what he's doing now, like this time? And every time it's weirder and more interesting, and it's just like this totally weird exercise in trying to empathize with this like actual monster. And the way that she does it, like time after time, is she surrounds him with worse people. Like truly objectively horrible people. And I think that like you almost wish that he was right, because everybody else sucks so hard. And I don't know, it's just it's a great story and kind of like narrative setup. And if you like the show is very good, but if you haven't checked out the books, I highly recommend that you do, because they're quick reads or a fun listen on audiobook. And just she's playing with a lot of very fun stuff, so it's worth it. But listen to that yesterday. That was a lot of fun. And let me see, there's something else that was on my radar. I can't remember now, but there's a lot of good stuff out there. Oh wait, shoot, can I just fall back down? Let me fall into the Spirit Spring. Yeah. Oh, good. There's a cave down here that I gotta get to. Right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, right here. Cool. So we'll do this, and then we'll go find Box Cave, too. The little monkey fella that I helped out. There we go. Yep. Getting the talisman that you can't reach at the beginning. We did that on the last playthrough too. Cool. Alright, let's... Did that. Let's go to the church. My body is in such a weird regulatory phase. Oh, I didn't kill the tree sentinel. All right, let's do that. It's in such a weird regulatory phase where, like, I have this... So it's like 100 degrees outside in San Antonio. And then it's I've got the AC on, but I'm wearing a hoodie and shorts, and I have a blanket over my legs. So I don't really know what I want. Just realized. Whoa! Damn. Ah, rolled right into it. You know what? I have an idea. I have a pretty good spirit that I can call. It's funny seeing all of the phantoms with the same weapon. That's good though. It's good to know that even in hotter climates, the leg blanket takes part. It's I don't know if it's a sign of getting old or what, but yeah, I'm in my chair. I've got my blanket over my legs. All is right with the world. All right, let's see what this guy can do. Is it not going to let me? What do I need for him? Oh, FP cost 100. I don't know if I have that. Okay, we'll use... Let's use the sorcerer. Let's see what he does. If he can hit him. Get it together, sorcerer. Oh! Ah. Alright. I don't want to use the sorcerer. He's not doing that great. We'll use the dogs. That's the tried and true method. Just get the 3 dogs in there. There we go. Get him, dogs. I might level up mine just so I can summon my fancy spirit. Poor dogs. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god. got greedy. What's that noise? My cat? Just happened. Living in a house of horrors. One never knows. Alright, well let's go retrieve our runes. Should be enough to level up at least once. Put some, get some more magic power here. Whoa! I mean, I could just do it on torrent, but that, I don't know. I don't know why that feels boring to me. Let's do it. That's fine. This is exciting. Now, near enough. Yeah. Beat your butt. Nice. I should have just used torrent from the beginning. Shit. It is, of course, provided torrent lives the assault. Or survives it. Oh! Woo! Alright. Didn't even need the fancy summon. Oh, I don't even have enough. There we go. Okay, that's just enough to use the fancy one. Good. Alright, down to the beach. There we go.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
Don't worry, mate. I just want your cookbook.
Done? Well.
There's an Ash of War over here. We're gonna go get that. And then we'll go into Box Cave. Help him out. Now, must have just missed it. Got him. Now, this is a good example of kind of one of my blind spots, because I don't think I ever did... I don't think I ever did this guy's stuff. Or at least, I don't know if it progresses past this, because I know we can go in here and get his needle and like alteration kit back and give that to him so that he can do like altered clothes for us, but I don't know if he has something after this. So that'll be fun to explore. Because I like him. He's an interesting piece of the world, because these things, these are like... I think we're going to go to Castle Morn later. That's overrun by the Misbegotten, or these like beastmen, right? And I'm pretty sure... Actually, I'm not sure if they're the same thing. They must be, because here's like... Oh, the demi-humans. Okay, that's it. So there's the demi-humans. That's what these guys are. The Misbegotten are the things that have taken over Castle Morn. These guys are at Castle Height, and what's his name? The would-be king wants us to get rid of him. We'll do that too, obviously. Get out of here. Just for fun. Come on, Oleg. Oh, Miso. She's made an appearance during a boss fight. Alright, so the downside to summoning him, as I am right now, is that he takes all of my FP, so I'm not able to use the Bloodhound's Finesse. But I think that kind of gets outweighed a little bit by how useful he is, so we'll bring him out when we need him. I think that was a good example just because, well, I wanted to see what he could do, because I've never really used him before. But it'll be nice when there's like multiple enemies too. Alright, let's give him his sewing needle back.
Oh. What are you doing here? You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp. Wait. Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, I got you, brother.
Got it back for me. My sewing needle. What made you go and do a thing like that? My
Well, give it back if you don't want it.
seamstress, and that sewing kit was all I had to remember her by. I always wanted to be just like sweet old mum. And suppose I can't just curl up and die, can I?
Miso has exited the building.
Thank you very... I always wanted to be a seamstress, then I suppose.
I love stories like that in FromSoft games because there's so many massive stories going on, and I just love the little intimate stories like, oh, you helped this monkey man get something back that was very important to him. It's just the kind of tiny moments of sweetness that are worth cherishing in these games. Alright, so past the boss battle, we can go over to one of the Dragon Communion churches, and I think I have the heart from the Aguil Lake. I haven't gone to do the Greyall thing yet because I don't want to accidentally lock myself out of anything. So we only have the one dragon heart, but that's okay because I'm not really going to be using incantations too much early on. Stupid sheep. Bach does have more story stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think I ever followed up on him. Which is a shame, because he's very fun. Alright, what do I want? I can't use any of them. I mean, Flame Breath, probably. Do I have more? No. Okay. Good. We can always get more later. Okay. Now then. What am I forgetting? Is there something down here that I want to do? Not quite. Okay. Let's check the guide. This is where I'm starting to get fuzzy. Oh, of course. Let's go meet Patches. Our best friend Patches. Can progress Yura's story too, which will be good. Just move past those guys. Nothing to see here, folks. Whoa. Cessblood is such a great term. Thanks, Yura. Kinda kill Stole, but don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it, my friend. Murkwater Cave. Easy, easy, easy. Thank you for the mushroom. That's pretty lucky. Got all their stuff. Alright, Patches. You rat.
Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings, huh? You scheming little thief. The gods demand repentance. Cough up your boy. Or wait, please.
Oh, Patches.
White flag and all.
Alright. Come on, then.
Finally come round, have you? I knew you would. You're a man of reason. True and true. Well, what do you know? You're tarnished like me. Now, how did I get that wrong? I took you for a demi-human or some such. An innocent mistake, I assure you. Well,
Yeah, I really...
now
It's a slight dig at me, Patches. Took you for a demi-human. We just fought a bunch of those guys.
A true man of reason. Just what I like about you. I'm Patches. Patches the untethered. Tarnished like you, only free-spirited. Nomadic, you might say. Only for now, those retired soldiers turned bandits. They're paying for my gruel. In exchange for my, well, showing them the ropes. But honestly, this looting racket is bloody terrifying. Frankly, I'm ready to wash my hands clean. Maybe set up a legitimate shop. So don't be a stranger. I'll be ready to wheel and deal, come?
You're alright. You're alright, mate. Alright, so... Gonna rest here. And then he's gonna... Surprise, surprise, Patches is going to play another trick on us, but that's okay.
Well, it's all a bit ad hoc, but welcome to where you won't need a refund. Yeah, I had those bandits make a clean now they're all suppliers. I mean, they don't know it hardly matters. They're all foot soldiers, worked to the bone by their high and mighty lord, only to be thrown out with the rubbish. It's the same old story everywhere I go. To hell with it all.
It's very funny, because, like, it could be everywhere in the worlds between, but obviously he's in every other game, so...
Treasure chest. Well, just something I'm saving. But then again, and besides, this one? Cheers for that.
I want to get Moog's Shackle. It's enough, right? No. 25 runes shy.
Forgot something on your shopping. No trouble. Cheers for that.
Alright, we'll get that for now.
Well. I should have known, you scheming little thief. The gods demand vengeance. Vengeance!
Just right by a bear. And nicely, right by the map of this area too, so thank you, Patches. We're not going to do too much here because I want to make sure we're doing it in order. There's Blyde howling over there. But I won't know that until I talk to Kale again, I think. All right. So there's a gesture that you can get from, well, there's two. There's two gestures you can get. He gives you calm down, and then if you start a fight with him and let him get you to really low health. What was that? Was that a trap that I... Oh. Must have missed that. Yep, okay. Well, no harm done. Nice.
Oh, Ryan, you're a lot. You had me proper scared. Well, maybe it's a sign to keep your mitts up. I'll forgive you. At any rate, it's just don't miss all the bargains here. Cheers for that.
Alright, now, I've never done this before, but I think... So let's see. If you attack him and start a fight, let him take you to low HP and you will get the Extreme Repentance gesture. And then you use it on him to calm him down. Okay. Well.
What are you playing at? Out of hearing, are we? Fine. Have it your way. You'll get what's coming. You're thinking I'm a soft touch. Last chance to surrender, mate. Grovel, and I'll forgive you. Okay, I can see you mean it. Consider it water under the bridge.
That's funny.
A momentary lapse of judgment. All's well, as you know.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So,
Take your cookbook, and I'll see you later, bud. Guess I could have used the teleport. Whatever. Alright, we'll go talk to Yura. We'll do the catacomb. And then, I think after that catacomb, I'm going to call it an evening. Just because I was getting this all set up, and I was at the point where I was back to kind of where we were, so I wanted to make sure that if I was going to play, I was going to stream it, but we'll do that. Just a quick stream tonight, and then get some more in tomorrow. Get out of Limgrave.
We meet to kill Thought, Nereus, and lived. I am Yura, tarnished, held in thrall by cessblood. You stay the path. Just remember, don't let your emotions stay your blade. Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet again. Perhaps we will.
Alright then. See you in Liurnia. The catacombs. Alright, let's see. Forget what's in here. Something cool, I bet. Pretty straightforward. Guys. This is deeply uncouth of you. Guys. There we go. Really just wanted to get one critical hit based on the message that they gave me. Banished Knight Bill Engvall. Here's your sign, the lands between. Remember that guy? What's he doing now? We'll never know. And it's okay, some things you don't have to know. Woo! Ah! Blue collar comedy callback. That's a weird tangent to go on, but I always think of that when I get that spirit, the Engvall ashes. Yeah, talk about a weird moment in time when all of those freaks just ran the comedy world. Or at least, I don't know if they ran the comedy world. In fact, they probably didn't. But they certainly ran Comedy Central for like, what, 3 years of just like concentrated Bill Engvall, Jeff Foxworthy, Larry the Cable Guy, and Ron White. Ron White is, I kind of like Ron White, but the other guys, I don't know. Take the homing instinct. All right, here we go. All right, so we're kind of jumping the gun a little bit with the Artist Shack, but nothing crazy. All right, so if we go to the gate front, maybe I'll do the Ever Jowl. Yep. Yep. Did all this, did all this. Oh, yeah, okay. Godric Soldier Ashes. Okay. We could do that. Alright. We'll do the Ever Gowl. Something I was pondering to myself, I noticed it when, so I was playing Shadow of the Erd Tree with Aaron, and we were going through I don't want to spoil it. We were going through an area where the like worm creatures that protect the Everjails were lining the entire place, and it made me immediately think that the person who was at the end of that was in, like, it was in jail, right? Was in an Everjail, and I think that's something I want to keep an eye out for. Where the... They're up here? Yeah, okay. Protected by the angry red jellyfish. Excuse me. Pardon. Okay. See you later. You know what? I mean, at this rate, maybe I'll just finish Windgrave. Why not? I'm getting tired. This is the thing. I'm an old man now. I wake up at 5 in the morning and I fall asleep like at 8:30. It's funny because when I'm not working, my natural circadian rhythm seems to be like wake up before the sun and go to bed when it's still out. So that's fun. Alright, we're going to kind of do a couple of things off the checklist here. Because... just in the area and they're fun. Here's the Everjail. Alright, so we're going to do the Everjail. There's a talisman in that rampart over there that we'll get. We'll go pay Bernal a visit. Bernal, however you pronounce it. Oh! Lord. Tougher than I remember. Or I just have no poise. That might be it. It might be two things. What do you think, Miso? You want to eat thumbtacks. I know. This is not a good thing for you to do. You want to say hello? I'm not going to let you eat thumbtacks. That's not the prerogative tonight. Okay. Thank you. I do think it's cool, too, that you can't use the summon spirits in here. Like, it's just, it has to be one-on-one. Wow. Weird range on that. Whoa! Up! Oh! Man. So I think probably the way to go is just the dancing around him in the war of attrition, right? It's not really fun, but it'll get the job done. He has a fun attack, the like the tail attack, which I don't think I'm... I think it's faith-based. I don't think I'm faithful enough to use it. We'll see. Can I get a critical hit on him? That's the real question here. Is he going to let me? Oh. Alright. If it was going to happen, it was... Nope. Whoa! If you're gonna come up, you gotta say hello. That's the rule. You've been screaming at me all day, and now that you're on camera, you don't want to talk? Come on. Oh, there we go. Hello. You're just gonna sniff the or the microphone? There we go. A little squeak on camera. Thank you. Okay. Change up strategy a little bit. Go in two-handed. Let's see if we can get blood loss on him. I'm not sure if you can. Oh, not close enough. Whoop! I wonder if the flail would be better. Alright, we'll try one more time with the flail, then we'll see if maybe we can come back here. There's another boss up ahead, the one of the Deathrite birds. Alright, let's see. I have Reduvia too, that's a good blood loss weapon. But I can't use it, why? Is it arcane? Yeah. Okay. Let's see how this does. Not as good. Ah! No. We'll come back. We will come back for you, my friend. All right. Back to this. Just have to remember that I didn't beat him so that we can go back. Because I'll just do everything else in the meantime. There we go. Destroyed. Alright, so we'll get that. We can go get the, I think it's the Strength Crystal Knot tier. There we go. a detour here, pick up these runes. Ah! Oh! The heart-pounding action. Thank you. Their weapon set is pretty cool. I think it has a pretty low drop rate, though. Or their armor set, excuse me. Their weapon set actually is also very low, the dismounter. It's a cool weapon, though. Shut up. I was really hoping I would get it there after calling it hard to get. But no, he just dropped raisins.
Not seen you before. Name's Bernard. Let me ask you, are you here in the lands between? Does your faith in the guide despite the collapse of... Yes, you're a tarnished through. Takes me back. Any interest in bearing the torch of my... All I know is this. Now's the time to...
Do you have one that will grant blood? There's keen. Heavy. Eh.
There's a myriad of battle arts in mementos of all the warriors. A fine tale, that's how I fell in love. It grants meaning even to falling in battle. Not floating your boat.
Nah, man. I will come back to you, my friend. And I promise nothing bad will happen. It's just something I say to everybody. Don't think about it. Give me that hammer talisman. Recusant Henricus. You goose. You absolute fool. To invade me, the coolest guy on the planet? 'Tis I, lands between man. Come with my golden parentheses brass shield. I want to know what, I don't know what these guys are doing here. It's very fun to just imagine how they got there. I'm not sure what's going on with that. These two flame slugs. I don't think there's anything that explains, like, is there anything in the area that would explain why they're there? Did they fall off the, maybe they fell off the bridge? I don't know. I just love that they're hanging out there. Kind of have their own agenda. Maybe they're on vacation. I don't know. Not everything has to be so morbid and morose in the lands between. No more horse. On your feet. Ooh. Art of War, the Golden Vow. Pretty cool. Lance. I'm going to take out this camp, and then I'm going to go fight the Deathrite bird, and then we'll go see our friend Alexander. So much to do in the lands between. So many friends to see. Oh! It's enough out of you. Dunzo. Nice. Alright, let's go take care of the Deathrite bird. My brain just had a weird weird train of thought. So I was gonna say to those two guys, like, all your friends are dead, which made me think of that moment in The Dark Knight at the beginning, during the bank heist at the beginning, when one of the mob guys comes out, the guy with the shotgun, and he's like, "You and your friends are dead." And I just like that they're all friends. That's nice. Called them friends. Oh, it's got to be nighttime for him to show up. All right. He's here. Where is he? He's around here somewhere. I think. Maybe it's the other way. We'll find him. Or I'll use my radio voice even more. There he is. Or, there he will be. Come on out. Very well. Let us fight on the beaches. Let us fight on the pillar with weird glowing rocks on it. This thing is very cool looking. It's also very gross. It's like a dried out baby skeleton bird. Ah, bats! Oh, you motherfuckers. You too? Come on now. A ram as well. It's calling on the forces of nature. Ah. Oh! Oh, shoot. Ah. Alright. New tactic on that one. Actually block more. See, this is the thing. I don't know why. Bloodborne isn't the first game I played, but it's the one that maybe resonates with me the most. So I always go for, even when I'm like trying to do a strength related build, like this is a fairly strength heavy build, the Bloodhound Fang. I still like am just lured to dodging and rolling because of Bloodborne. Alright, will he come back? Am I too early? I'm too early. Shoot. Just travel back. What game would I say I've beaten more than any other game? Probably Kingdom Hearts 2 is the one I've certainly played to completion the most. But I don't know, I replay games a lot. That's kind of hard. I definitely I've played Final Fantasy X a whole bunch. I was saying earlier today, like Dark Souls 3 I think is the one that I've spent the most time in of all of these. Well, actually that's tough. It might be of the Dark Souls games, certainly. Like I've played Dark Souls 3 the most. Dark Souls 2 is my favorite, but I think Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne probably tie for the amount of time I've put into them. Ocarina of Time I've beaten a million times. Yeah, there's a lot of games that I'll put on when I need to turn my brain off. And From Software games, even though they're very intellectual and very heady games, I find that they're very good for that because you just get in the rhythm of leveling up and like exploring and killing stuff. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, I definitely have played. I have my old favorites that I always go back to, that's for sure. Oh. Stop it! Oh, come on! Ah! Okay. He called all his friends from nature. He called the rams, the bats, the trolls. They all showed up. Well, I'm not giving up on this guy. Yeah, it's funny because a lot of the games that I play, I'm trying to think of like how often I actually play new games. I go through cycles, right? Like right now, what's the last new game I played? I mean, not counting Shadow of the Erd Tree, which is, you know, I mean, I would basically call it a second game, but you know, it's like a DLC. Not counting that, Um, shoot, I don't know. I don't know what the last like new game I played. Maybe Rise of the Ronin. I haven't beaten that one yet because I kind of fell off it halfway through. But yeah, I find that especially when I'm like, if there's movies or TV or like books that I want to watch, read, or listen to, I tend to gravitate towards games that I've already played a million times because I can just shut my brain off. But sometimes, you know, nothing beats sitting down with like a game and having that take my full attention. I was thinking something I might do on stream is play through the Yakuza games because I have all of them on my Steam account and I love them. And I think it would be fun to kind of go through them all as almost like a movie marathon more than anything because they're notoriously very story heavy. Get him to kill the troll. This is a mess. No, torrent. Okay, fellas. That was nice. Oh! The troll got him. Alright. One way or another. Shoot. Coming back for that troll. You bastard. Alright. Miso, my kitten, is currently crawling under my lap, under the blanket. She loves to be under blankets. It's very cute. But she also doesn't know what she's doing with her claws, so I will say colorful things like shoot and darn when she's doing that. These rams, man, they were giving me problems. Okay. Well, good. We got that. I want to go get the crystal knot tier, which I'm pretty sure is strength, which will be good when we get the flask of wondrous physic. Here we go. Yes. Strength. Ah, stop. No. Too much potion. Too much delicious healing potion. Alright, let's go save Alexander. Hello.
I'm stuck. Oh, I am Alexander. Please. My thanks. Just give me and I'll pop. Don't dally. Give it your all, Isaac.
Oh, Alexander. I wish you weren't just like a mess of jellied humans in there.
Well played, though that's mighty. Well, I thank you. And once again, pleasure is mine. I journey to the east, and beyond these lands, and upon their southern edge, is Redmayne. I'd heard whispers of doesn't the notion set you. I'm heading to Redmayne Castle. I've heard. I'm Redmayne Castle. I've heard.
Gonna pay special attention to him on this playthrough too, because the warrior jars are such a weird construct in this game. I mean, like, you find out in the base game, if you follow his quest through to the end, that it's basically like the mixed up remnants of a bunch of different warriors put into like a weird, gross homunculus. And that's nuts. But there's so much attention paid to it in the DLC too. Like there's a area in particular where you actually see them being kind of put together, which is kind of bizarre. And then there's a town, the Bonnie Village, where you're invaded by 3 recusants, whatever. They're all called like I think they're called like greater potentates or potentates. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's basically like would-be kings, right? Or like would-be leaders. So it seems like maybe there's some ritual that beyond just like making them into fierce warriors existed that was really important to America and the Golden Order that I'm not aware of. So I want to pay attention to that too, because it's a fascinating idea. And I remember when Elden Ring was being announced and when we were getting trailers for it, Jeff Keighley would come out on stage with like a little Alexander the Pot. And obviously they're important to the game, so I want to make sure I understand what they're doing there. Give up, skeleton. So this is a weird thing, right? Like, in other Dark Souls games, you have to find the necromancer that's bringing them back to life and kill them so that they stop coming back to life. In this, you can just kill them twice and that's fine. So they're running on, like, Sekiro rules, I guess. It's just funny to me. Like, they get one more chance at life. They've never seen as much food as this. Wah! Some people will tell you to run through the skeletons. You gotta run towards the skeletons. When life throws skeletons at you, you run at the skeletons. You destroy their ribcage. It's funny that you just have arrows sticking out of you. It's pretty great. Alright. Go in here. Revenge. Very nice. Cool. Good to see you, old friend. Now what do we got? Oh, that's right. One of the guys that killed God. Shouldn't have done that. Kind of ruined everything. I think that's a talisman, right? Yeah. Cool. And the death root for our beast friend. Very nice. Alright. We are... Oh, you know what? Alright. This will be a good place to stop. We're so close to just going and killing Margit. We'll just go ahead and do that. That sounds good. I wonder if we'll even need the shackle. Probably not at this stage. Now, there's a talisman up here. And a sentry golem, too. Which I could probably take out. Let's just cull these demi-humans. Pretty weak. Maybe I was underestimating my own abilities. There we go. Alright. Take this, thank you. All these talismans. I'm pretty happy about it. Alright, so... Great. Alright, we'll just go kill Margit. And then we'll go to the, what do you call it? The round table hold. And then we'll call it an evening. That'll be good. Cool. you. Excuse me, boys. Alright, let's go all out. Let's summon... I think this is Rogier, isn't it? Yep. Summon him. Oh!
Foul tarnished.
Yes?
In search of the Elden Ring.
I want that ring.
Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
That's me. My dark soul, it's here.
Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
No. There we go. Thanks, man. Oh. Sorry, Rogier. Oh. First try, baby. Give me that talisman pouch. What are we gonna use?
Tarnished, smoldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear of the night. The hands of the fell omen shall brook thee no quarter.
Okay. Alright, what should I put on? Stamina reducing attacks against... Ooh, that's pretty good. I'm gonna use that for now. Hey, babe.
Forgive me. I've been testing you to see whether or not grace truly does guide you, and whether you are fit to face the challenge that entails. It seems my worries were unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very start,
Thank you, horse.
whereas I merely pretended.
Alright.
There is one thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hall, gathering place of tarnished champions. Very well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
Take me away.
Oh, this is a rare occasion. I can't remember the last time very well. It is safe.
Thank you.
I'm, well, the honor of one. By the way, she's my servant. Take your eyes off if you find her.
Oh, welcome to the I teach and explore this other wand, ensuring order. By the way,
Blah 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 blah.
you do. Most
I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
follow.
I don't mean to blah 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 them, but I've heard it many times. Okay. Alright, I'm not going to buy those yet, because I'm not going to use them. Hey, obvious bad guy. That's all I'm going to use. Get the memory stone. Go talk to Hugh. My main man, Hugh.
You'll no matter. Lay out your arm. I see you've noticed nothing special. I'm trapped, that's all there is. No, well, no grudging my being a besides, despite my decides.
Cool. Cool crossbow, I think. Yep. Very neat. The prayer book. Give that to Corin. Tells us it's blasphemous. Also see,
Greetings. I am circumscribed. Perhaps you might doing so will grant. And you, do you think it will?
blah 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 blah. Give me a hug. Give me a little kiss. Go on. Mwah.
You are very warm. What you felt light up inside you, though it is but a flea. Come back to me. I will take you in my.
Thank you. We'll talk about death later. See ya. Can't see the fingers yet. Okay. What was I gonna do? Oh, right.
If I can happily. That, it's incant. Very well. May the golden.
So he invades, and then this is fun. If you give him a second, he does that. And you get a little gesture. Which I didn't know until I was looking to do this 100% guide, so already finding things that I didn't know about. Laughable. Laughable! What is the Taunter's tongue? No, lures in invaders. No thanks. Alright, let's make sure I'm not missing anything here. Great, 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 great. Good, good, good. You know what? Oh, God. No, I'm debating with myself whether to continue or not. I'm very tired though, so I think that's probably a good place to call it. And then that way we can kind of finish up the Limgrave 100% with Godric tomorrow. But look at that, we covered a lot of ground. So we also got the map for, what is this, East Limgrave. We'll do that afterwards, which will be good. The nice thing about beating Godric is that a lot of stuff opens up. And anyway, I think it's better to do it this way because that way we're not missing anything. Put that in dexterity. Great. Alright, gang. Well, that's going to be it for tonight. But stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll come back. Keep kind of wending our way through the lands between. And we're going to still be in Limgrave tomorrow. And then after that, we'll venture down into the Sofa River, which will be fun. And just kind of keep moving that way. But yeah, we're going to do very methodical, very just kind of seeing everything. Because even in the short time that I've looked at going through the 100% guide, there's a lot of stuff that I know that I didn't do. So I'm excited for that. It'll be fun to get to Shadow of the Erd Tree too, and do that as well, the 100% way. So that's that, but appreciate it, and I will be back on tomorrow. I'll see everybody then. See you later.